Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Stephanie. If you've seen my videos before, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've done a video on this channel. In today's video, I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about some products that I have purchased. Not all within the last month. I have purchased these within the past few months, of course. I want to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about the products, whether or not I like them, and then as well as show you what I did buy within the last few months and things that I am kind of liking. Let's not drag this on. Let's just jump right in. First product I want to go ahead and talk about is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. This foundation, I purchased it maybe about a month ago or so. I have been using it for about the past month, and hands down it's one of my favorite foundations I've ever purchased. This foundation for me is not only long lasting, as well as I feel like it's sort of mattifying. My skin is more towards the oily side, so I am very skeptic when it comes to foundations. It is very difficult for me to go ahead and try out new foundations because I do get very worried of how it's going to wear and how it's going to last all day on me. But I will say this foundation here has not let me down till this day. I've worn it for hours on end throughout the day, and to me it's so beautiful on my skin personally. Definitely an A+ in my book. Love this foundation. Alright, next product I want to go ahead and talk about is the one and only Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This concealer, I did not purchase it when it first came out. This concealer, I waited a while to purchase this. I've actually had this for maybe less than a month. I've used it quite a bit at this point though, and truly, honestly, this is one of my favorite concealers at this point. It has so much coverage, but it's not heavy. And when you put it on, yes, it may look like it's sort of heavy, but it has such a beautiful finish, and it has such beautiful coverage. If you haven't purchased it, I definitely recommend at least testing it out. You never know, you may fall in love with it, you may not like it. Everyone has their own preferences, of course, but give it a try if you haven't tried it and you're kind of skeptic. I myself, I love this. Alright, next product that I want to talk about. This product, I purchased this product because I was watching Amanda Ensing and I saw that she was using this product and she loved this product. She was raving about it. And obviously, like I said, my skin is more towards the oily side, and I've tried everything in the book to try to get my skin to kind of calm down and get my skin to be more mattifying and just not as oily. So I heard Amanda Ensing talk about these drops here, and at first when I purchased them I was like, kind of didn't really believe it too much. But truly, I've had this for a few months now, and it has been one of the best purchases, makeup-wise, that I've ever purchased. This here is the Cover FX Custom Blot Drops, and it is for oil control. So this is what they look like, and this right now, it's about maybe half a bottle at this point, and these honestly have been the best purchase. I never knew that this here could be like the resolution of all my oily problems. Definitely, once I run out, I am rebuying this because I don't think I can ever do my foundation again without just adding a bit of a drop. Lately what I've been doing is I just grab it and then I kind of just put a couple of drops here and there, and then I just kind of blot it with my beauty blender, and then I go in with my foundation. But hands down, if you have oily skin and you're like me that has always looked for some sort of saving grace as far as foundation wise and skin wise, give these a try. Till this day, they have not disappointed me. So I have very high hopes for you, and I believe that you will not be disappointed. Alright, next couple of things I want to talk about here is some setting powders. Now I do have two. I've got the Laura Mercier, of course, translucent powder, and then I've got the RCMA, what is it, no color powder. So I did purchase both of these. This I haven't finished halfway. I emptied half of it into like a little jar container, and I'm using it that way just because I find it a little bit simpler than just, from there. Ooh. Now these two powders here, I do like these both. I do find myself going more towards the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't know why. I mean, in my opinion, they both kind of feel alike. They both feel the same. I hear a lot of people say that the RCMA is a lot better towards the oily skin, that it controls your oils a little bit better. I don't necessarily haven't seen a huge difference. I do like them both. Like I said, I always find myself going towards the Laura Mercier ever since purchasing the both, but they're both really good. Very happy I purchased the both of them. And I mean, I don't see myself running out anytime soon just because there's so much product in both. So next I want to talk about some highlighters and blush and stuff. So first thing I want to talk about, of course, because I haven't talked about this and I genuinely do love this so much, I do want to talk about the Anastasia Beverly Hills / Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette. This palette, ever since I purchased it, this is the one highlighting palette that I use the most. I am currently obsessed with this. It's beautiful. I did purchase this palette when it first released just because I'm obsessed with Nicole. She's one of my favorite people ever on YouTube. So I did purchase this when it first came out, but honestly it has not disappointed me. It truly is such an amazing palette. It has such beautiful colors and beautiful pigmentation. I'm so happy with this palette. It's such a beautiful palette, so just wanted to throw that in there. Alright, next thing I want to talk about is the Sonia Kashuk. This is the Pretty Cheeky Face palette. This palette is pretty new at the drugstore or at Target. I actually heard Kathleen Lights talking about this palette. As soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. Just of course through the computer, but I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go check that out. So I did go to Target and I did purchase this, as well as just a couple more things, but I did want to talk about this because this to me is so pretty. It's so summery. It's just such an overall pretty palette, and it's Sonia Kashuk. It's not the cheapest, I mean, but a lot of things at the drugstore nowadays is not very cheap anymore, so of course. But this here, if you can see, so it has right here, it has a blush, and it's such a pretty like orangey summer blush. Then you've got, of course, this bronzer here, and this bronzer, it's just very, very, like a very warm bronzer. It's such a pretty color. And then you've got this highlighter. This highlighter is so beautiful. It's so summery, and it's just so pretty. The Sonia Kashuk Pretty Cheeky palette. I'm assuming it's still available in store over at Target. If it is, check it out. Just see if you can like it, kind of play around with it. Alright, so next item I want to talk about. This here I do have to mention because this is by far my everyday palette. Ever since I purchased this, I don't remember when I bought this, but ever since I purchased this, this has literally been my go-to eyeshadow palette. I don't think I put it down. I feel like it's just because of the bronzy / warm tones that are on this palette. I tend to gravitate to these colors more than I gravitate to the ones that I have currently, but this here is the Master Palette by Mario and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, this has to be the best Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette that I have owned by far. And I have a few, but honestly, this is amazing. Like, I love this. It's such a beautiful palette. It has such beautiful tones, and honestly, these are my tones. These are the ones that I gravitate to. Like right now on my eyes, I'm using Isabel. I'm also using Violetta, as well as I'm using Paris. And then a little bit of Hollywood right there on my brow bone, but these 4 colors are the ones that I genuinely use the most, as well as I use a lot of Fifth Avenue, as well as a lot of Marina. Those are the shades that I tend to use the most out of this palette, and believe me when I say that I use this palette almost every time I do my makeup. It's just the one that my hand just it just goes for. It knows where to go, and it just goes directly for the palette. Alright you guys, next couple of items I want to talk about are lip products, and these lip products are right here. I don't know if you can, let's put these like this. So they're right here. So here I've got the Marc Jacobs Fawn on Me. I believe this is a cream lipstick, and this here is the NARS Velvet Glide in the shade Stripped. Then I've got the Jeffree Star / Manny MUA liquid velour lipsticks right here, and this one's in the shade Daddy, and this one here is in the shade I'm Shook. And you guys, I am a lipstick junkie. I love lipstick so much. I am the type of person where I can just go to any makeup store, any Sephora, any Ulta, any drugstore, any CVS, Walgreens, Target, whatever the case may be, and if I don't go in there with a plan of what I want to purchase, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't really need anything at the moment, it never fails that I will walk out with some sort of a product. So of course, the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I love Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I find them really, really good. I find them really nice. They apply well for me. I've never had an issue with them, and I just love these 2 shades. Not really much to say, I really, really like them, and I'm really happy that I purchased them. So, with the Marc Jacobs liquid lip and the NARS Velvet, what was it again? And the NARS Velvet Lip Glide. These to me have been just really, really awesome. I was really worried when purchasing these because I'm the kind of person where like I said, I love lip products, but as well as I get really worried when it comes to cream lip products. I'm afraid of how they're gonna wear, especially such light colors like these. I'm afraid that swatching them a few times may just apply product and take off the product. And I'm not gonna lie and say that the NARS one didn't kind of scare me at first, because when I did first try it out and I applied 1 layer, it was great, amazing, beautiful. when I went back in, it kind of took away product. It was a little bit worrisome, but honestly, it was just that first time, I guess I was just maybe looking for a reason to not have to keep it. I was like, oh my gosh, but you know, it really did work for me, and I really do like this now, and I use it very often. This one, the Marc Jacobs, is actually what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing it with a little bit of Ofra Cosmetics, but really do love these products. They are very pretty, very nice on the lips, and they wear pretty well. Alright you guys, one last thing that I really do want to talk about, and it's because this I have owned for maybe 4 months now, and honestly, when I first purchased it, I was very worried about buying this because it's such a pricey product, and I was really scared that it wasn't going to work for me. Now, and anyone who knows me knows that I am a skincare junkie. I love anything that has to do with skincare. I am obsessed. I love skincare, and it's maybe part of growing up with such oily skin. Growing up, I've always had pretty oily skin, as well as my hair was always pretty oily, and I never knew how to control it. I never knew how to take care of it. So now, in the age that I am, I love to take care of my skin, and I try to do as best as I can, even with such a busy schedule sometimes. You know, work is crazy sometimes, so I really do try my hardest to take care of my skin. Now, with that being said, I've always had acne prone skin. I did go ahead and I did purchase the Sunday Riley UFO. It's the Ultra Clarifying Face Oil. This has been such an amazing oil for me, and me personally, I have always been so afraid of wearing oils on my face just because from already having oily skin, it's just, why would I want to apply more oil onto my skin? Obviously. But this honestly has been such an amazing purchase. I am so happy I got this, and I will not lie, whenever I run out, I will be repurchasing this because it's such an amazing oil. So this here, the Ultra Clarifying Face Oil, so it says on here, it's medicated oil that clears acne and blackheads, causing buildup and debris from congested pores for smoother and blemish-free skin. When I did first purchase it, the woman at Sephora, I was talking to her and I told her that I have heard a lot about this, and but I just wasn't sure, and she told me that I should wear it once or twice a day. I only wear it once. When I first purchased it, I did wear it twice. I did use it at night prior to going to sleep, and then I did use it sometimes in the morning as soon as I woke up, washed my face, you know, went through my normal daily routine, and then I applied some prior to either applying makeup or just going on about my day. Coming from the skin that I used to have to now, even though my skin is not perfect right now, to this day I still have a whole lot to work on. And you know, obviously being acne prone skin, you know, it's never gonna stop. It's just constantly gonna be a thing that I have to work on, and I constantly have to be fighting, which is completely fine, I don't mind. But honestly, this has just been such an amazing oil, and now that I feel more comfortable within my skin, I use this once every other night. I don't use it every night, but I do use it about once every other night, or sometimes if I'm having a rough week and I feel like my skin needs a little bit more of an oomph, like a little bit more of a pick-me-up, then there's times where I will use this like every night. But I feel like I'm at that phase right now where I'm more steady. You know, it's not, when I first used my skincare regimen, you know, it was amazing. It like cleared me up amazingly, beautifully. And then now I'm where it's like more of a steady, so now I have to take care of it, and I actually have to treat myself and just kind of be more constant about it. So I do use this every other night. This has honestly been my favorite 2017 purchase as far as skincare, and like I said, I am a skincare junkie. I cannot help myself. But that is all, you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, you guys. I will be posting more videos very soon. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. I really would love to hear what you guys have to say, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.